Charlotte's not known as the most walkable city in America, yet in our comments it's often asked, Josh, what's the most walkable neighborhoods here in Charlotte? So if that's important to you, stay tuned. If you are new to the channel and want to know all there is to know about the Charlotte area, make sure you click subscribe and turn notifications on. That way you'll be the first to know what's going on in our local Charlotte housing market. My name is Josh Finigan, team leader with the Finigan Group powered by eXp Realty. And every single day, myself and my team are getting calls, texts, and emails from people just like you, looking to move to the Charlotte area or within the Charlotte area. And guys, I'll tell you, we absolutely love it. So whether you're looking to move in 9 days or 90 days, give us a call, text us, email us, schedule a Zoom meeting using the link in the description below. We'd love to learn a little bit more about what you're looking to accomplish and how we can help. So today we're going to highlight the most walkable neighborhoods here in Charlotte, and to do this video justice, we're going to highlight what a walkable neighborhood is, because if you go online, a lot of people have different definitions for what walkable actually means. Does it have sidewalks? Is it close to restaurants or where you work? For this video today, we looked at walkscore.com and specifically at the walk score they gave each individual community, and that's how we chose the communities we're going to discuss today. To get their walk score, they look at a lot of different avenues like housing density and how quickly you can get to places to eat and to and from work. So let's go ahead and highlight some of the most walkable neighborhoods here in Charlotte. First up, whenever talking about walkability, we do have to mention Uptown, which Uptown absolutely dominated this list, guys. Uptown is split into 4 different wards and each of them made it in the top 10. 4th ward was first with a walkability score of 89. First ward was second with a walkability score of 85. Second ward was third with a walkability score of 84. And third ward was 7th with a walkability score of 72. And it's easy to see why Uptown dominated this list. It is a great place to live, work, and play all in one small geographic area. First off, the housing is quite dense. You're gonna find a lot of high-rises, condos, and townhomes. But you still can find a few historic homes and some single-family properties to give you a little bit of space. You have some great restaurants right here in Uptown Charlotte, a lot of great venues. You have the Bank of America Stadium, you have the Spectrum Center so you can catch a game. You also have the Blumenthal Performing Arts Center to catch some of the Broadway shows coming through town as well. So you will always have something to do in this 2.4 square mile area called Uptown. Plus, this is where most of the very large companies that call Charlotte home are headquartered. So you really can live, work, and play all in the same place. And our team actually put together a whole video diving deep into Uptown, the different wards, and giving you all the great things about living here in Uptown. So if you want to learn a little bit more about Uptown, I'll put a link to that video up here and in the description below. So Uptown is very walkable, but it's not the only walkable neighborhood here in Charlotte. There's a lot of other great neighborhoods that still offer that great walkable lifestyle, especially if you're not looking for that high-rise city life. Next on this list is a neighborhood called Cherry with a walkability score of 80. This small historic town finds itself between Dilworth, Myers Park, and Uptown. And fun fact, this neighborhood was actually named after the cherry trees that once covered the hillside. And guys, this neighborhood is definitely a hidden gem. This is not one of those neighborhoods that many people actually know about, but the location is phenomenal. You're within walking distance of the Sugar Creek Greenway and the Metropolitan, which is a super cool place, mixed unit development that has condos, restaurants, and shops. And there are some super cool spots right here in Cherry itself, like Mama Ricotta's, which is actually our top buyer specialist, Brody's favorite restaurant. And the homes here are awesome as well. You can find a lot of diversity in this small geographic neighborhood. You can find everything from your 100-year-old bungalows to your new construction modern masterpieces. And if you are considering moving to the Charlotte area, myself and my team spent countless number of hours compiling a relocation guide. Guys, this is the ultimate relocation guide, giving you a ton of information on the schools, communities, neighborhood, a ton of stats. So if you are relocating to Charlotte, download the free relocation guide. All you have to do is scan that QR code right here, and it'll help you make your move a smooth one. Next up, we're here in one of my favorite neighborhoods here in Charlotte, and easily one of the most popular neighborhoods in the Charlotte area, Dilworth. Now, walk score only gave them a walk score of 78, which is actually quite surprising because Dilworth is easily regarded as one of the most walkable neighborhoods in the entire Charlotte area. I mean, Dilworth has a ton of different shops, restaurants, and super cool boutiques, and they have East Boulevard where you can find a lot of that stuff right there. You'll also find Latta Park right here in Dilworth, and Freedom Park, which is one of the most popular parks in Charlotte, is just a quick walk away. And I mean, guys, just take a look around. This is one of the most picturesque neighborhoods in the greater Charlotte area. You have tree-lined streets, you're gonna pass some historic homes, some modern marvels, and everything in between. Not to mention, you can easily walk to South End and enjoy all of South End has to offer, which brings us to the next neighborhood that WalkScore mentioned, which is South End. They gave it a score of 74, which, guys, South End's at one place that I cannot believe the growth over the past couple of decades. You cannot even recognize South End anymore. And there is a lot to do here in South End, guys. This is quickly becoming the shopping and restaurant hub in the Charlotte area. Plus, South End is super popular for young professionals because you can also find a lot of businesses opening their headquarters up here in South End as well. Now, in terms of housing, you're mostly gonna find condos and apartments in South End, but if you're looking for a single family home, you can look over here in Dilworth, you can look over in Wilmore or Sedgefield as well. Brody and I actually did a whole video diving deep into South End, so if you are interested in South End, I'll put a link to the video up here and in the description below. So next up on the list is Elizabeth, which is just east of Charlotte City Center, and I actually used to live in Elizabeth once upon a time. It's a really quiet and vibrant community with great access to different restaurants and shops, and you're right by Independence Park as well. WalkScore gave Elizabeth a walkability score of 66, which I do think is a little low, but it may be because there's not as much opportunity just to walk to and from work. It's more kind of a residential area with a few different shops and restaurants. Now, after we get to Elizabeth on WalkScore's list of best walkable neighborhoods, I think this list goes a little astray. I mean, they start naming a lot of other communities that may have a great location, but they're not really known as the most walkable neighborhoods in the area. And it's not until later down the list where you get to some of the most known walkable communities like Plaza Midwood, like Chantilly, like NoDa, a little farther down the list, which I think should be much higher on this list. Both Plaza Midwood and NoDa have their own kind of main street walkable bar and dining and nightlife scene, each with their own culture and their own vibe. Both well regarded as very walkable neighborhoods here in the Charlotte area. We've actually done deep dives on all of these neighborhoods, Plaza Midwood, NoDa, and Elizabeth. So if you do want to know a little bit more about these communities, I'll put links below. And again, you also have some other great communities as well, like Chantilly we mentioned earlier. It's a nice little pocket community, very quiet, but very walkable too. A lot of different great restaurants, parks, and things to do. You also have Optimist Park, which is a super cool neighborhood. That place has changed a ton in the past few years. They give you a lot of walkable options, and they ranked it a little bit lower on the list. Optimist Park is actually where you'll find Optimist Hall, which is a really cool enclave of different shops and restaurants. Some other great neighborhoods of note that were really far down this list is Ashbrook Clawson Village is a super cool community that finds itself right by Montfort, another kind of spot that you find a lot of really great restaurants and bars. And I also think there's a lot of other great communities to note, like Ballantyne, because you have Ballantyne reimagined. They have the Bowl, where there's a lot of different shops and restaurants right there. There's the amphitheater. We've done a ton of videos on Ballantyne itself. Now, it's gonna be a little bit harder to walk from your neighborhood to those spots, but you can easily drive there, park your car, and then walk around. So those are some of the most walkable neighborhoods here in Charlotte, and yes, most of them are right around that Uptown kind of city center area. We call them kind of different boroughs of Charlotte, South End, Dilworth, then you have Plaza Midwood, NoDa, some of the most popular walkable areas. But I'd love to hear from you. Which one of these did you may not have known about before this video, or which ones may I have missed? Comment below. And guys, if you are considering making a move to the Charlotte area, myself and my team would love to be your real estate resource of choice. So call us, text us, email us, schedule a Zoom meeting. The link is just below. We'd love to help make your move a smooth one. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Until next time, I'll see you around town.